Hello everyone, Paul here. Today I want to share with you the new features of version 4.1.0 of the Shrimp Task Manager. I'm using this task manager in combination with Claude Code to break down complex tasks into smaller digestible ones, which Claude can then go ahead and complete one by one. So let's dive in. So at the top here, very easy for you, you can click on Release Notes and it's going to tell you all the features that have been added to 4.1. You can also go down to 4.0 and see the features that were released in this version. So these are the two versions I'm releasing today. So of course 4.1 has the 4.0 and other features inside of it. You can also go to the help right here, and that's going to take you to the README tab, and it gives you a quick start on how to set up this project with a link to the main repository. You can also look at the bottom of the screen here. I've got my forked repository of the Shrimp Task Manager that has this 4.1 merged into main already. So let's dive in. If we go to the projects here, I've got the Shrimp Task Manager actually as one of the projects. I've updated the MCP tools available to the Shrimp Task Manager so that it now stores your initial request. I find this very useful because sometimes you'll come back to a task list and you won't remember what these tasks were for. Well, now your initial request that you gave to Claude will be stored here. It's actually an optimized version that I believe OpenAI, changed a bit to make it more succinct. If you go to settings here, you can enter your OpenAI key here, and then you've got some extra AI features. Now, let's jump down to the project. So you'll see that we've got our familiar tasks page here. There are a couple bulk features that I've added. So first of all, let's just collapse the initial request. If you click on tasks, you can now use the, you can now automatically assign the subagents of your project to these tasks automatically using OpenAI. It will look at all your subagents and assign the most appropriate subagent to each task, and you can see them here. Now, if you want to change the agent on the fly, you can just click on View Agent, and you can scroll through the different subagents you have and press Update, and it will update that agent. I've also added another little emoji icon here. It's a mechanical arm, and if you click this, it's going to copy this text to the clipboard, which you can then paste in as a Claude command. So that's really useful. The difference between these two is the first one, if you copy this text, it says use a built-in subagent located in blah, blah, blah to complete this shrimp task. You can take that and then you can come over to your Claude code and paste it in, and it will launch a subagent to complete the shrimp task. But if you don't want a subagent to do it, you can click on this mechanical arm and it will tell it to use that role, the automated tester role, but don't execute it as a subagent and execute this task. So that's really useful because I found if you use a subagent, you can't really see what's going on, and sometimes you kind of want to watch what Claude's doing. Okay, so that's another feature. Now, if you don't like that text there, you can go into the settings and you can actually edit this template right in the settings, so it will use this copied code instead. So now another major feature upgrade is, I want to show you something. We're going to go into a completed task here. If we scroll down, you'll notice that there's a lot more details of a lot more enhanced completion details. So you may have noticed that after Shrimp Task Manager completes a task, it gives all these lovely details: key accomplishment, implementation details, technical challenges. But this data wasn't being saved in the earlier version. So I've modified the MCP tool to actually capture this and store it in the details now, and that can be really useful. And okay, so let's go back. I think that's a major feature add. The next thing I've added is an archive tab. Now, let's say that you want to save these tasks for later. You can now click on archive, and it's going to archive, put these in the archive so you can view them. And if you like, you can import them into the current task list. So why would you want to use this? Well, maybe you gave an initial request to Claude, and it did a bunch of thinking, and it came up with a bunch of tasks. And then you decided, well, you know what? I'm not ready to implement this right now. Well, what you could do, you could press archive, and then later you could go to the archive and import those into the main task list for work on. And this modal dialog will allow you to append to the current task or replace the current task entirely. So that's a cool feature. What else did I add? Well, of course, okay, let me just draw your attention to a few other really cool features of the Shrimp Task Manager viewer. It allows you to look at the different templates, the thought templates that Shrimp Task Manager actually uses when processing your task list. So as you know, the Shrimp Task Manager first starts with the plan task. So this Shrimp Task Manager viewer will allow you to view what the task actually entails, and even allow you to update and override with your own custom instructions. So Shrimp Task Manager viewer is nice because it makes customization of Shrimp Task Manager a lot easier. So I'm going to cancel that. And you may have noticed a beautiful, oops, I clicked on the wrong one. Let's go back to templates. If you edit this, you may notice that there's a beautiful markdown editor in here, so you can edit the markdown and it shows the preview right there. Okay, so that's the main updates for this version. Oh, one more. I got another one for you. I really like this feature too. It's the export feature. So when you're on your task list, you can now export all of these tasks to a CSV, a markdown, or a completion report. So if you do that, it will actually save it as a file for you, a markdown file. Comes up with your dialog box, and you can save it wherever you want. Okay, well, this is Paul signing out. Stay tuned for more updates. I'm using this in my Claude coding, and it's been really helpful for me to get Claude to work in a way where it doesn't lose context so much because it's all saved in Shrimp Task Manager viewer. Bye for now. This is Paul signing out.